Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Fourth Wall Theater Company's virtual reunion for the Trail to Oregon. Tonight, we're going to be discussing the show with the cast and crew and just reliving a few of the fun moments from the show. Why doesn't everybody, round of applause. Yeah.
Us. Yeah.
Why doesn't everybody, why don't we go around and everybody introduce themselves?
Who first, Ben?
Let's start with the director.
What? Who are
Hello?
Hello. I'm Kimberly, and I'm the director and the choreographer. Woo. Woo, woo. And pretty much
Jill.
everything else.
Hello, my name is Jill, and I played Sun in Trail to Oregon.
Taylor.
I'm Taylor, and I played Father.
Sarah.
I'm Sarah, and I played Mother.
Diana.
I'm Diana, and I played Daughter.
Adam. Who are you?
I'm Adam, and I played Grandpa.
Andy.
Hello, I'm Andy, and I played, so Bethune, decrepit ox, a lobster, a baby buffalo that got shot. What did I miss? Oh, the general store guy. The general store guy from the second number.
Hey, that was no ordinary lobster. That was Cornwallis.
That was
Cornwallis.
the leader.
All right, who do we have left? Elijah?
Wow. Okay. Just gonna do me like
At
that.
least you're not last, Elijah.
That's fair. My name's Elijah. I played Cletus Jones.
You have killed.
And have a
And
good day.
Killed 3 people.
Three people. I wasn't gonna do it, but there we go.
And then Sam Rose.
Hi, I'm Sam. I was a part of the ensemble. I played Darla and Girl.
Ooh.
And a bunny rabbit.
And then we had Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris, and I did lights and sounds.
Oh, and Kevin Branson just joined us. Hello, Kevin.
What's up, y'all? Hey, Kevin.
How much? Kevin, what did you do for the show?
I was the music director.
Yeah,
Hey.
I sure do.
And very
Specifically, I made the tracks for the show. I did not perform in this
Oh,
show.
it's fuzzy.
Awesome. Well, thank you everyone for being here today.
Oh, you're welcome.
I had a couple questions for everyone in the cast. What was the overall experience like doing Trail to Oregon? What did you like about the show? Whoever wants to answer that first.
So like all of the cast knows, Star Kid is one of my favorite theater troupes of all time. So to see a theater company do this show and then getting to be a part of it and getting to play the role that I wanted in the show was honestly just a dream come true. And I couldn't have asked for a better cast of people to do it with. You're all so talented and funny and really just brought it every night. And the whole experience from start to finish was so much fun. I would kill someone to do it again.
Bye.
That's my girl.
One thing that I'd like to say about the show is that every single night from first read through to the very last show, I was laughing every single night. So we just had so much fun. And even though I wasn't physically on stage with everybody, being up in the gallery and, just watching you guys every single night was just so much fun. And I thoroughly enjoyed every single minute I had with you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I had a lot of fun too. Just it felt like, when you do a lot of shows that have huge ensembles, you start to miss having the smaller shows. I don't know about you guys, but I haven't done a smaller ensemble in a while, and I feel like us getting together and doing this production in particular was I don't know, I got that like little small cast vibe of like, because we were playing a family, but you know, we also became like bros over the process.
like bros.
It's similar
Not quite,
to a
but
bro
like-
relationship.
Like now we just send
Similar
shit
to-
posting memes to each other all the time.
Oh, constantly.
I miss
That's
that.
the true language of love these days.
It is.
Memes.
That's my love language. It's memes.
It's memes.
Specifically
Not physical touch,
SpongeBob
not
memes that are
words of
perfect
affirmation.
niche moments.
Oh, Sarah, I got you, girl. I'll start sending you SpongeBob memes.
Ooh, they are
hook
appropriate
me
for
up too.
every
Come on, what are you
scene.
doing?
SpongeBob makes good memes.
Those ones are game I mean.
I really loved the fact that we got to do so much improv in this show. I mean, it is a musical,
Yes.
but I feel like just as important as like the quality of the singing and the music was our improv skills and our comedic timing, our ability to be comedians on the spot. And that's what made the show like feel fresh. Like, I mean, we can get into this more later, but the show has alternate endings for people who haven't seen it. So every show was different for us. We didn't know which of us were going to die of dysentery at the end, and we didn't know what our names were going to be because the audience literally gets to name us at the beginning of the show. And then there's the added burden of trying to remember that. So, I mean, everybody who's talked so far has said that it was fun. And I feel like it's just the obvious adjective because we all had so much fun. And I feel like people who were watching it like couldn't help but have fun with us. So it was just really like rewarding and memorable. And I kind of feel like there's no other show like it. So I'm glad that you guys experienced that with me. It was really cool.
I felt like there wasn't a show that we didn't end with being like, that was fun. Like, I know like we all had struggles and we're like, oh, like that sucked and that sucked. But it was like at the end of the show, like we all just were like, yep, that was a blast. See you guys tomorrow. And I think that's really important in a show.
Can't wait to see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Will Sun die again?
Yeah. Yeah. Being part of this production, I mean, it was basically a dream come true because I have followed Star Kid since almost their very beginning, and I love what they do with the storytelling and the style of humor. Just the way they construct and write shows is so fun to watch, and I knew coming into the show that like we'd have a solid, enthusiastic group of people, like a small tight-knit group that really believes in what Star Kid does. And it was amazing to be a part of.
So earlier we mentioned, Jill, you mentioned all of the improv in the show. Did anybody have any favorite improv bits from any of the shows?
So I mean, I don't even know if there's like a specific one. They were always great. It was new every night. The banter between Taylor and Andy, like
when I botched the high note.
Yeah. Honestly, all of it between the stupid long gun.
I was gonna say the yeet gun was like
the yeet cannon.
Yeah, the yeet cannon.
That
or
was-
like Taylor with the horns, like what was it? The Star Wars theme one night or something.
I remember every time I used the yeet cannon too, the like goal of it was just can I keep it maintained on Andy's crotch from this distance? Like it's like a good 4 foot long gun, but can I do it like with one handed just aiming? And I could.
Wow,
Almost
you.
hit me in the face one night.
You meant the moment.
So glad I brought that thing.
It was so good. It was so good.
The Deadeye Wiener Cannon, you call me. That's what I'm here for.
I just remember Elijah and I would sit off on the side and go, yeet cannon, yeet cannon, yeet cannon, yeet cannon. And then every time you'd bring it out, we were like,
And it's like sitting there, and I have a choice every night, not just like how much do you want to upset people or possibly make them happier.
Okay, wait. I need help. What's a yeet cannon? Just for the general public. I ask for the general public who might not know.
There's
This is like the exposition.
The little gun.
Yeah.
Right? We had a little gun, and then the yeet cannon was a a small child-sized rifle. And that was the yeet cannon. And
Okay, that's just what you called it.
It was a musket replica that I brought.
Something
And
that Elijah brought, and it's like
Yep.
it's just back
Like when-
there.
no, I brought
calling
it
that
from
thing 4
home.
feet tall.
No, I'm
Like
saying
when
that it
guys
just
name
ended
certain
up back,
things.
and then it was back there.
Yep.
Because I never specifically said anything about it.
So
That is
we,
very true.
we should talk about the electrical problem, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I heard about
Real
this.
quick.
there.
Yeah.
Improvs, you
I
guys
wasn't
are-
quite ready yet.
There.
We want to bring that up already.
Somebody else. I like hearing everybody else's perspective.
Well, I guess
on
if we're talking about improv, we have to talk about.
We have
That
to
was
talk about it
literally
because
like
Taylor.
5 minutes of pure improv.
5
was
fucking
beautiful.
minutes.
No,
Like
5 minutes,
it's
but
seriously
yes.
what it felt like the longest 5 minutes of my
So-
life.
Yeah.
So for people who
I feel
didn't
like
see
I'm
the show,
Inspirational, man.
let's explain what we're talking about because I don't think people who didn't see it won't know. But
Or if they weren't there that one night.
right, it only happened one time. So who wants to tell the story?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that my perspective is I didn't go that night, and I got a message from a friend that went that said, "So is there like something in the script about the power?" Like, and I'm like,
Storytelling. 'Cause Taylor was
No,
the one
there
that
was
came
not.
up with all the improv in that moment.
okay,
So the scene was happening, and there's supposed to be a sound cue that sets off the next part of the scene,
The
and
wagon wheel breaking.
song.
right in,
Yeah, that wagon breaking.
and
Yeah.
we're waiting for that
Accurate.
wagon wheel, and it doesn't break, and so I'm
Everything else does though.
like, man.
Our
this
spirits,
ride
our
sure is
morale,
taking a long
everything broke.
time. Wouldn't it be great to just communicate with other people via some sort of a system of copper-based wires that you stadium type scenario where people can sit and watch a show and like
How long?
Yeah, it went on for like 5 minutes. I was
Yeah, it was
I was
like
in the
5
audience.
Yeah,
And
he
I was, like,
improved a
freaking out.
5-minute monologue. And then the song started right after, so we were good.
My favorite part of that monologue, though, was like as Taylor was getting to the end, he was kind of like, "And I don't really got anything else, so I really hope something magical happens." He just straight up was like, "I've been going for 5 minutes. I don't know what else you want from me. Kim, figure it the fuck out."
I think we also made an observation about the mountains looking like boobs. That was somewhere in there.
oh yeah.
It was really good improv.
I
Great job.
think I think all it was is that one looks like a boob, and that one, and that one.
You get a boob.
Basically trying anything to keep everything going.
I was like, keep focus on Taylor while Kimberly runs around backstage and be like, "What? Do I just walk on stage and go to the thing?" Luckily, we had Elijah.
I'll be going to my grave talking.
Elijah, who was our savior.
I was behind. There was a wall that I was behind. What do you call those things?
Flats.
It's a flat.
Center flat.
I was behind the
walls.
flat that had, I don't know what it was. It was some electrical system, audio system. And I just started unplugging everything and just plugging it back in. And there was a lot of cords back there. And eventually it just started going right after Taylor was about to run out of something to say. And it was a magical moment because it sure kicked right on after
It was
that.
perfect timing. Like
It was perfect.
I would
You
pay
know,
good
I
money
had
for
heard
like
the static
POV.
start.
I wish we had that filmed, honestly.
Yeah, I would like pay for POV film of Elijah.
Yeah.
It was a lot of that. I don't do electrics. I can barely work my computer, honestly. For a millennial, I'm a terrible millennial. I don't like anything electronic.
How
And
many industries have you killed?
huh?
Nothing. I got it.
Oh man.
I feel like so many millennials say that though. I feel like we're all just imposters when it comes to technology. We're supposed to know, but none of us do.
I don't feel like I know anything.
Well, and the
barely
funny
work.
part is, you and I get backstage, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, did you see the thing?" And Elijah comes up to me, and he's like, "I didn't know what to do. I just started unplugging everything." And I was like, "That's what I would have done, bro."
Listen, I
And then
do
you come out
everything
looking like an
like a
expert when it
Sega.
works.
You unplug it, you blow on it, and you put it back in. It's a Nintendo 64.
I was gonna say that's a 64 trick.
Nintendo 64
Theater's been
logic,
running for 2
and
years
it's there.
now. That's how it's been running.
Yeah, that was
Turn it off and on again.
that was a moment. That was a moment for us all.
So, speaking of improv, every night you guys were all given different names. All of your characters had different names. Kim, would you want to share? Allow me to screen share so I can.
I believe I did.
Would you allow me
Ooh, slideshow.
Please, sir.
I'd like some screen share, sir.
I think my favorite part about names was not remembering them and literally just being like,
Mambo
what the fuck is your name?
I'm really, really intense staring into each other's eyes to see what each other's name is.
Hello, Mambo.
Hit up son and daughter to ask what their names.
Yeah, so these are the opening night names.
Andy, you walking in. Hello, Mambo number
Hello,
5.
Mambo number 5.
Yeah, that was good.
Enormous tuggers.
That was the opening night names.
Genitalia tuggers.
That was because nobody knew our last name was Tuggers because no one knew we wanted a last name, and it was dead silent. And then one person was like, Tuggers.
Okay, we got it.
We were like, okay.
Donkey.
The donkey.
The donkey.
Oh yeah, Grandpa was named Murder Hobo that night.
Hello, Murder Hobo.
That one was good.
That was a mistake. I remember that.
That was so good.
That was a good one.
Say, a mistake where you been.
Can I just say, Ben wasn't in the show, but I do distinctly remember because having to choose all the names every night, I distinctly remember almost every single night if Ben was in the audience and it was Jill's turn to be named because they're brother and sister, I was going to hear poop face.
No, I named her that the first night I saw the show. I only named her that.
I knew I could count on Ben.
Such a sibling thing to do.
When you go and you see a show, like, you're not supposed to talk. And so, like, we would say, like, what's our names? And the audience would be silent sometimes for, like, a good, like, 10, 15 seconds. And then you just hear Ben just be like, stupid bitch! And we're like, and as soon as he started, everyone would
Yeah. Well, this audience wasn't shy because this was the Rocky
this one was
this audience had a bunch of Rocky Horror Green Valley theater people.
Yeah, these were all really aggressive.
So fun fact, this is the performance. This is the performance that my dad came to see.
It's the same one my parents came to see too.
I don't remember which one my parents came to see, honestly.
Yeah.
Wasn't this
my
one
favorite name throughout the entire show? Kumba was my favorite.
Wasn't this one Adam's birthday?
It might have been. Oh,
President Bitch. I think so. I know that came from Ciara. I don't know if that was on my birthday. Maybe.
I think that one because I think that was
that
was your birthday one.
I'm pretty sure that was one of the performances where I almost broke character when I come out as Cornwallis.
Oh
yeah, and you're all like,
hello, President Bitch.
That was a good one.
Like the people, like there were a couple times when I almost just broke down right there in front of the audience, and like my close friends like could definitely see it on my face the times that it happens. It's like you were about to laugh, you were about to break.
I would just bite on my like lip the entire time. I'd bite on the inside because we're just laying on the floor, and I was like, just don't do it. Just don't. Don't.
I think for me, my favorite moments about that one is just the music. It's so like the sentimental music playing underneath, it's being so dramatic, but you guys are just like, hello, President Bitch.
Hello, President.
See,
Also,
one of my favorite names. One of my favorite names, though, was actually not during the show. It was during rehearsal season. Somebody named Taylor Adam.
That
I want to
talk about that.
Listen here, Adam.
Real quick. We need to talk about
They named you Taylor?
Particular night right here.
I don't think so, no.
We stopped rehearsal. Like a good 10 minutes because of that.
There was the line, right, where I'm supposed to be going like, what was it, Adam? You're like, you might be asking yourself, Adam, I'm a dumb, stupid idiot.
Yeah, that one was really funny.
Just got too.
I thought I had my script in my drawer. I was gonna pull it out.
I still have mine somewhere.
Oh, you know what?
I really liked being tax evasion.
Yes.
Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah. I couldn't remember. That was the name. I could not remember your name, and I was like, listen, what the fuck is your name? Like, I couldn't remember tax evasion to save my life.
It was evading you the way I evade my taxes.
Jill, this was your best night of improv. Every line you worked in some tax evasion joke, and
it was good.
Perfect.
I was feeling it.
That's like I escaped taxes was like the best line.
Well, all these people were screaming obscenities at me. And then this just like really quiet old guy in the front area goes, tax evasion. And I was like, yeah.
That's awesome.
But it was how far you took the joke of your name.
Oh, man.
It was in every aspect of the show for the rest of the show, and I could not stop laughing. Oh.
Well,
so good.
I had that one moment where I had to lay face down on stage for like 6 or 7 minutes. And so the whole time I'm sitting there, I'm just like thinking of as many stupid things to say as I can. And I had a prime opportunity for improv with that line that I say to Sarah every time I get up. So I always tried to do something there.
Yes.
Whether it was, making a tax evasion
God.
joke. I got a Shrek is love, Shrek is life joke in there once.
You were named Shrek.
You were
I
named
was
Shrek.
named Shrek, right?
Yeah.
You made a joke about onions have layers.
Yeah. That was the night when I came over to you with the thing and I was like, get out of my swamp. And then everybody laughed. And I was like, that wasn't that funny, but thanks.
Do we have a clip of Jill lying face down on the ground for a picture?
Nah. No, skinny penis. That was a good one.
Stupid bitch!
That was me.
Stupid bitch. Hello, crack smoker.
Wasn't that the one that almost broke you, Andy?
Literally,
Wasn't this one of the
everyone
ones that
called
almost
me
broke
stupid.
you? Crack smoker?
I don't think so.
No.
It was,
Chicky waffles.
it was President Bitch, and then one of the ones toward the like the end of the
Sorry,
run.
you having to say skinny penis on
this
stage.
was the night that we had.
Hilarious.
This was the night that we had Starkid fans that came and drove like 4 hours to come see our show.
Oh, yeah, I remember those
That was
guys.
the Bay Area or
That was
something?
why our
Yeah.
last name was Dick Rats because that's what it is in the original production. And like,
I mean, like the original production performance that got filmed. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, they had a different last name every night.
we had 2 beautiful people that like drove 4 hours to come see our show because we were doing a Star Kid show, and I think that was so cool.
That was.
No, that
I
was
respect
really
that.
cool when they came.
That's something I would do.
Was this the show where you finally were like, why the fuck do they keep giving me just like men's names?
No, I was just
Yeah, why did
No,
they name
you
you
kept giving
Sean?
her normal
Can
names.
you guys hear me?
It was so
Yeah.
normal.
Yeah, we can.
Okay, because I don't see the green square, so I wasn't sure if my headphones were broken. I don't know, because like the first night we start off super hot with genitalia, and like the next day I'm like fucking Pam. And then I'm like Debbie.
Wait, Pam Halpert or just Pam?
Well,
Pam
I
Halpert.
was Pam Halpert later, but I was like Pam, and they're
We
like
just
Pam
say
Halpert,
Pamela.
and I was like, okay,
They kept
yeah.
giving you like the most normal names.
Yeah.
Debbie, just plain Debbie.
Yeah.
While like Grandpa's literally like, yeah, Mambo number fucking 5. I would just look at the audience like,
They also
did you run
refused
out
to
of
kill
steam
you.
already?
And they also refused to kill you.
Chicky
I
Wappies,
think
know.
Chicky Wappies was definitely one of my favorite
Oh,
names
God.
of the whole run.
Kids
Stupid
Bigly
Bitch was my favorite because mom and daughter have so many like actual like serious moments, and Sarah would just be like, "Stupid bitch, you cut me to my core."
There were some that were, God, I'm trying to think of ones that were just so.
Oh, a
so
frisbee. That one was really funny.
A frisbee.
Yeah.
Okay, Adam, this is probably one of the ones that got me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Crispy
Oh, yeah.
Hello, crispy
cross
coffee.
out it. It was
Dude,
great.
that one came from my cousin. When I like heard him say that, I was like, "Oh my god!"
Okay, also,
animal.
like,
Damn it,
behind the scenes, funny thing that always happened was like, I think it was Adam or whoever would always write them down in the dark. It
Yes.
was always slightly wrong. Like when it was
I don't know what you're
snakes,
talking
it
about.
was like slicky lickies. Like,
It's just like the telephone game, you know?
Exactly.
My
No, I
favorite
would go
thing
back
was
and read.
whispers. Because we would just whisper, like, because me and Jill would go to the back while they were naming Grandpa, and we'd be like, your name, my name, fuck, we didn't hear what Grandpa said.
Does anybody else remember like seeing me run backstage and going, "What's your name? What's your name?" I never remembered like anybody.
Wasn't there one like you were usually really good, but I think there was one night where you could not remember anyone's name, and we all just had to keep being like, "Dad." I think it was like the Luke Skywalker night.
It was
it was. He was like, "Who am I?"
Luke Skywalker, Dad.
He's like,
The go-to line was like, "It's a family name. How could you forget?"
Oh man.
Oh, you know,
it's a family name, stupid bitch.
Canoe. Best last name.
I think the hardest part was like picking like my name because I knew that it had to be sung so many times throughout the show.
Ugh.
And it was
once.
like, Andy. First of all, I have a song that I have to sing my own name in that I sing once. Second of all, you have to tell me to cock my wagon multiple times.
Like 10 times.
Yeah, we had to have like
more
certain
than 10
syllables. We
times,
couldn't
right?
go over
Yeah, it
like
couldn't be
4
too many
syllables or
syllables.
something.
I think truffle butter was a really hard night. That was
truffle butter was hard.
Cock
No, I
your
think- I
wagon,
think-
truffle butter.
No, all I could think is the ones we had in rehearsal.
Oh God.
Okay, can we
Rehearsals.
talk about how I played all of you at one point? I think I was named Jill once. I was Adam. I was Diane. I was all of you, and none of you were me.
I walked a night.
Jill,
Sorry,
what was your
I
name
wanted to be you.
rehearsal? Weren't you like
I was Steve
roll
once.
5 for like
Roll for initiative.
Yeah,
Now all my friends are
Ball.
dead.
That name.
I
think-
all my friends are dead.
I think that there were, I can't remember. There was one night where you guys were just, it was like a story. Of
We were
different-
all Harry
Too
Potter
long.
like spells
It was
once.
really fucking
Too long. Sentence long names.
Yeah.
Expelliarmus.
Roll for initiative.
It's like if the 1975 album name could be a character name, those were our
This is
rehearsal
the time.
names.
This
I
is
mean,
the time to make that happen.
we had a lot of rehearsal notes. Like every day, you guys had a different name. So Chris and I just literally just sat there and wrote names, and wrote things down.
We literally
remember
like even
Expelliarmus.
from
was crazy.
auditions.
We
like
started writing them at
we were sitting in the
auditions.
corner just writing names out.
Yeah.
I just want to add that like it's hilarious coming in halfway through a Trail to Oregon rehearsal and having no idea what you're about to hear. I think those are off stage. You guys know what rehearsal I'm going to reference. It's right before speed run, you know, and Sarah just gets up there and she goes, "All right, gang, if we want to save butt plug," and I had no idea, but I was laughing.
Oh man. Those are solid.
Good God, some of those rehearsal names should have had their day.
They should.
They should have had their time. We should have named ourselves for one of
Somebody
them.
like told the audience that they were being shitty because no one was saying names, and they were like, "Come on, guys, you guys really suck."
I think that was like the second night.
Probably.
Did we?
It was, I think it
Well, you
happened
know.
once.
If you want people to give you money, insult them, right?
Yeah.
Well,
That's how dominatrix is to it.
That's what they say to do, right? Is like shit on the audience if they're.
Because if you
They're
bully
not pulling their
someone,
weight.
that means you like them.
Right. I heard that somewhere.
Yeah.
In kindergarten.
Right?
So my
Elementary school romance.
so my next question was, what was the hardest thing about production? But it sounds like all the
Speed
remembering
run.
of the names
Oh yeah.
was one of them. Speed run.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
no,
make it
speed
damn
run.
faster. Is good God.
Yeah.
Faster, faster, faster.
Yeah, no.
The making the tracks. That was
Making the
hard.
tracks.
That was really
For
hard.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Kevin.
I was gonna say
For you.
I was
Hard
gonna
for
say
you.
time
my-
consuming.
my knee-jerk reaction to that question was garage band.
Like, but I don't have a garage.
Or a
Or a
band.
Or a band.
Yeah, I was really lucky. Fun way to exploit high schoolers is that not like that, but a lot of them community.
Oof.
Bad segue. I regret that.
They're to exploit their musical knowledge.
Yeah, thank you.
Their passion.
A lot of them
no.
use community service hours such as, serving a 501c3 nonprofit. And so, yeah, I got a few different helpers that way, and honestly, I couldn't have done it without them.
It was crazy walking past the green room and seeing like a college course in adapting MuseScore into like a MIDI file. It was really, really great.
It was just like, work monkeys, we need music.
In the back.
Kevin was like, I said G sharp.
Pretty much.
Do it again.
Yeah, no, I remember spending hours on MuseScore just to create the underscores.
Oh, good God.
And I'm just like, those are just the underscores. And I'm just like,
you know what, Kim? That makes me think of that scene in Parks and Rec where, like, Adam Scott's character, whatever, Ben Wyatt, does the claymation. And he's like, look what I did! And it's like 30 seconds, and he's like,
and in the back where you...
I think the easiest
He
one
dies.
that I think I just wanted to use was the foreboding music.
You like, I remember how sad you were because you didn't think that you were gonna be able to like cut McDoon's theme well enough to use it at his part later in the show.
Yeah.
And then you did it, and you made magic happen.
Oh yeah, that was so a huge thing that I had to think about when making them was like, so how much time are they gonna need for this long pause here? And then, of course, on your guys' side, you had to figure out, so how long is that pause?
Yeah, there was a lot of
it was a gamble.
There was a lot of editing going around.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just remember that he gave me the longest song. Naked in a Lake was like the longest song.
Yeah. Oh, man.
You gave that to me to work on, and because it was like over
me.
Christmas and I had gotten terribly sick, it took forever for me to finish it, and I felt so bad.
At least it was the last song. Like, we didn't need it till the very end. That's the win on you.
Then, answer to your question, the hardest part of the show was the fact that, like, I think all of us, but I know Sarah and I were sick literally the entire run of the show.
Sarah
Right, yeah.
Opening night to closing night, Sarah and I were dying. We had corona for sure.
Can we talk about the vomit? Can we just have a moment of silence? Oh, fucking vomit.
Oh, yeah. And when Sarah was so sick, we were like, are you going to have a mother tonight?
To the show.
I think that was probably the only upside of you not being picked to sing the
I was in a fetal position.
But it was one song you had
kill
to sing.
Me. I was literally channeling the ox. Like, please, fucking.
Is that closing show?
No, we didn't. It was the Saturday.
It
was Saturday night into the last performance, and I was like, the show must go on, and I had like buckets on every corner, and I was like,
I remember you
way through, and then just afterward.
The worst part
solo, and I was like,
died.
oh good God, I'm a projectile. Wrong
Flash
end.
zone.
It's okay.
At least it wasn't on stage.
Yeah,
that would have been
I've never truly. That Saturday night, I think I was backstage with Jill and Taylor on one side, and I was like, I'm gonna vomit. I'm going to, and this is the night I have to sing.
And we were like, don't do it.
You
I
get
was
to
like,
sing.
do it.
I'm gonna do it.
You didn't.
It was.
You'd be standing around pacing, going.
I was sweating. Like, I was like ready to vom.
Yeah. And I remember we had like bottles of water for you on each side so you could like throw up and rinse your mouth out, and people would go to grab it and we're like, don't fucking touch that.
Don't touch that. Please, God, save yourself.
No, that was so hard. Being sick like every single night from opening to closing was so hard.
Anyway.
That was the opposite. That was probably the first production where I wasn't sick. Like I'm like
shove off.
Must be nice to be you.
Oh no! When I did Luna Gale at Cat Stage, I was sick for 2 months. the entire run from rehearsal
Oof.
finishing the show, and I think
You
a
were
week
quarantined
after.
up in your booth.
No, I was the ASM.
No, during our show, you got to
Away
hang
from the
in the booth
germs.
the whole time.
Oh yeah.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I choreographed the show. I ran around a lot for the show.
Yeah,
You
but you
know-
went to the back during our massage trains.
Was supposed to run during that show, and I simply refused. I was supposed to chase Diana, and after a certain point, I was like,
This is not in my equity contract.
Hey,
Oh yeah, no, I think I told you
Though.
that. I think I told you it was fine because I feel like it's funnier if you're.
yeah, that's because I was like, I'm just gonna pretend to be exactly what I am.
Yeah.
Fat.
You did hop very nicely,
I
though.
was like, oh god, too fat for this, and it was the
Good
truth.
work, Cletus.
But the audience thought I was joking, but I
I
wasn't.
almost ate shit one of those nights because my shoe
Elijah,
like
stop
scuffed
it.
on the carpet, and I went, oh, and the audience went, oh, and then I went, ah!
Oh man.
I think I literally tripped getting on stage, and I only was okay because Andy literally caught me.
Yes.
Oh wow, I must have missed that.
My
me.
hero.
Hero,
I think I will
the bandit
marry
king,
you.
the hero.
my true love, Mr. McDoon,
McDoon.
and
And his true love.
Cletus
Cletus
Jones.
Jones.
McSwoon.
So it sounds like the show is great. Just the hardest part for all of us is we fall down a lot and puke and die a lot.
Yeah.
Other than that, great.
On and off stage, truly. It's a
Yes.
lifestyle. A
Yeah.
lifestyle.
Sarah really, like, you know, what is it called? She method acts.
Oh yes. If I am in terror in a show, I must live life in terror.
So next question. We sort of touched on this earlier with like the talking about the power outage. But were there any other onstage blunders that you guys remember, or just funny moments with the audience?
Oh my god, yes.
Wanted to
Yes. Me and Taylor could not find the fucking snake. We couldn't.
There's a recording of it.
In that sleeping bag for too long.
The recording. You can see in the recording on Instagram.
Who was that night?
No!
We got the blanket over us, and I'm like doing this, and then I'm like, totally obvious. It's totally.
Is it on Instagram?
Is that the
Pull
that
it
I
up.
have?
Pull it
Pull it
up.
up.
Yeah, pull that
Kim, do
shit
you want to
up.
pull them up? Because they are slightly better quality, the ones I sent you.
Pull that up.
It's not Dysentery
Wait.
World. It's the scene beforehand.
What do you mean the
It's
one
the
that
same
you
recording of Dysentery World.
is the one that you've sent me?
Yeah, all the stuff that I sent you.
Yeah, I have it.
It's the
Yeah, go ahead.
seduction.
I think I remember because none of us knew what was happening, and we were like, wow, they've been in there for a really long time.
You know what though? That was another one of those scenes that kept growing, and that was
Yeah.
fun.
That
It was
flirt
hilarious
scene was so
for no
funny.
reason. Sometimes it would go
It
on
was
for
so
so long.
You
You
and
just feel
Taylor-
out the audience.
For the people who didn't see it, so there's this really funny scene where Taylor and Sarah had to crawl into the sleeping bag together because Taylor's trying to woo her, and then Sarah gets bitten on the leg by a snake. But on this particular night, they could not find the snake, and they
It's like velcroed into the sleeping bag, but we had it upside down. So I was sitting on it. So instead of it being on my left side where Taylor can just grab it, it was on my right side under my leg. And I was like, where is it? Like tangled. So I had to grab it. And then once I found it, like shift it over and just be like, my leg! Like, good God.
Yeah, I'm like 90% sure I found it about half a second before, like I found it and then was like, oh my God! So, it's terrifying. That was the scariest moment, actually.
Yeah.
It was good though, but it was like, this is gonna make a huge plot hole if we can't find the snake.
But honestly, I think, other than that, any like
fuck.
on stage blunders were totally like
Oh, what was
passable. Like if
that?
the gravestone fell over, it was just like, oh, we made that.
yeah.
You can just play it off.
Here, I'll mute so you can.
Oh, that's better.
You know what? Maybe I would have made love to you, but you just ruined the entire romantic mood we had. It's a lot.
still room for 2 here in the sleeping bag. I mean, if you'll have me.
Oh, yes, that's just that nice.
It is starting to get cold, and that is the only reason why.
Stealing your face.
Always the greatest, just your face.
I'm like, where is it? You see where you're grabbing it though? Oh my god, my foot. I'm dying.
You are not supposed to swallow it, you stupid son of a bitch! Don't worry, honey, I'm perfectly fine. He's dying, kids. Oh, he's turning purple! Honey, I can hear what dogs can hear!
Jill has the little head.
Oh my god. Who's there?
One of your family will die.
My family?
I hate my own voice.
Oh, is it my wife? She might be making. She does that sometimes.
It has been chosen.
Chosen by who?
The Watchers.
Watchers? Who are the Watchers?
They're the ones who watch.
Alright, show them to me. Oh! Oh my god! When do you want to watch us die? Will that entertain you?
Yeah. AIDS.
Ben.
Cut it. Cut it there. We can't top it.
Stop it now!
Stop it now.
Stop it, man. All the masks.
I have the power.
World's a shit place you see. Thus we will die from breathing. You're not dysentery, virus. You'll die dysentery, virus, bitch. It's the most popular of diseases. Molecular. Selling out shows from coast to coast. We sell out. Never know when it might hit you. Hit you.
talk about how much
Yeah.
we had to practice that lift?
Oh my god.
It was so hard because it's like a lot of people for one person. It's like there's not enough like surface area for our arms to like. It's like
Please,
a T-Rex
there's plenty
situation.
of Taylor to go around.
Thank you for that, Sarah.
Skinny legend.
The skinny
For me,
bitch
it was
over
more
here.
just trying to get the body roll in. Like, I wanted that body roll. I wanted that body roll.
We all want the body roll.
I just love that scene so much, and I love the liberty that we all got to take with our face behind the anonymity of a mask. Like, I just couldn't stop looking at Andy and his pig mask going like this at the end. Like, I really liked it.
Aw, thank you.
You just look so free.
You just have the best facial expressions,
liberating.
especially as the ox. It was so funny to watch.
Oh man.
The ox.
Oh god.
And it was always nice.
I love
Like,
Use the Ox.
you guys may not realize it, but it was really nice, like, getting lowered and, like, all your friends are looking at you.
And then being right after.
And then we're like, eat shit, bitch.
Stop it! Okay.
So yeah, I really liked that scene. One of my other favorite scenes was Adam's song.
Oh,
Ooh.
yes.
I think a lot of people liked Adam's song.
Good one.
Which we actually have a recording of that scene as well.
Oh no.
Oh yes.
Nice. One of my
And the
two
song,
deaths in the
I
show.
wanted to maybe look at a little bit of it.
Freaking Joe Rogan time. Pull up the video.
I feel like I just got scammed on a talk show. By the way, we have that scene too. Okay.
Oh, I didn't know.
And then that's like when the celebrity's like,
You brought it. You brought the clip I brought.
Ellen, why?
Okay, where is it?
Oh my god, you're playing the one that my agent sent. Yeah.
Oh my god, I
edited
hate that one. I
Okay,
did.
do we have it? Do we have it?
And wait, I have to wait for it to download.
We're just time filling right now. We're pretending to be celebrities on the Ellen
We're
Show.
pretending to be Taylor. We're pretending to be Taylor that one
Wait,
time.
are we talking about funny audience moments still?
Sure.
Yeah.
Do it.
Okay. I want to say that Kim hid a bunch of rubber duckies around the stage
Stop it.
because my character just has an odd obsession with putting things in their mouth. So she decided to provide me with rubber ducks because it's fun to chew on rubber ducks. Like, this is an objective fact.
I don't even know what brought me to that. I was literally thinking, oh right, I need to find something for Jill to put in her mouth.
Small and mouth size.
I
think
provided the
Sam-
rubber duckies.
I know why.
Sam bought them.
It's because at the beginning of the show, the very first thing I'm chewing on is a dead bird. So you wanted to find something that looks like a bird because I come in with a dead bird in my mouth. So you found these rubber ducks, and
They were multicolored.
Yes, they were multicolored, and I had sort of just like left them around the stage in various places from previous shows because I just like pick them up and carry them around. So I don't remember what show it was, but some show I go to my spot where I'm supposed to sit, and there's just like 5 ducks there. And there are not supposed to be any. There were 5. And so instead of just chewing on one, I decided to see if I could stuff all 5 plus the 6th one that I had into my mouth at the same time. And I was just a lot more successful than I thought I was going to be. And so
How
poor
successful
Sarah,
were you?
Poor Sarah's just trying to say her fucking line. And I didn't even notice that the audience, they had all turned to stare at me, just like shoving these ducks in my mouth. Because I was very concentrated. Anywho.
And you had a bunch of people coming to the show to see you that night. So.
Anywho, so Sarah had to pause for a second. She was like,
It's like Chubby Bunny.
Yes.
but with rubber duck. It's Chubby Ducky, for sure.
Chubby Ducky.
It was so hard for me not to crack up.
I'll drink to Chubby Ducky.
Oh yeah, no, there were like between Chris and I, it was just trying not to laugh louder than everybody else from upstairs.
That's joyful as hell, though, because you guys saw that show 50 fucking times.
Yeah. I think
That's
that's
like we laughed every single night. So
every single.
amazing.
I mean, and it's like we've been laughing every single night since we started rehearsal. So it's like we literally couldn't have stopped laughing. And I think that's what was great about this show and not getting sick of the show. Because sometimes when you watch something over and over, you can get sick of it.
Oh,
It didn't happen with this show.
Oh, yeah.
It was
How much we
fun.
fucked around in that show. It was never going to get boring.
No.
No, no way.
We like to
The
keep
honest
it
answer.
fresh.
I remember we spent one half of one rehearsal just fucking around and we didn't get anything done but laughing and just like joking around.
Yeah, I believe that. I still remember my Dr. Pimple Popper improv with you, Taylor. I love that.
So one of the other things I wanted to bring up.
The cheesiest.
All right.
I have the video ready.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh God.
Go.
My natural
You're
form.
Canadian for no reason.
No, it was Minnesotan. It was Minnesota, wasn't it?
Don't you know?
Yeah, it was
Minnesota Buffalo. Minnesota
okay.
Buffalo.
It was not.
Do you want some tacos?
Nothing to see here. Things are gonna go great once we make it to Oregon, eh? If you don't get us killed along the way, don't you? Oh, God. Here it is from Oregon. Keep up there, sir.
I'm coming. I just learned to walk, and my legs are so shaky.
Andy.
I haven't gone into my accent yet. apparently.
Shoot the baby. He ain't going nowhere on that shaking
This is my favorite scene of yours.
I'm not going afraid no, okay?
So if anyone can see, that's the little gun.
Please wait up for me. I'm just
Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it.
so new and exciting for me. Oops. I slipped. Running away, poor boy. Come on, get him.
Damn, Andy. Over there, mister, drop your weapon over there. Jesus.
I don't know.
Chicken waffles.
Oh, it's the best.
That's how you're just all clueless, just over there as Buffalo.
Growing up as a young and Scotch roast, mommy got peaches, a goat, we live in shot the head, it all depends. Sometimes it's paid to be an animal, sometimes no. Sometimes it's paid to be an animal, sometimes no. And when you wake up with mud on your dick,
The fuck?
and you don't even know where it came from. Sometimes it's paid to be an animal, sometimes no. There are stories.
That's how silent the audience was after the dick line.
I know.
Captivated. Captivated, Adam.
Stories stuck so popular out of me. Then I'll never fill your plate. The older you get, the more you have to need. Sometimes it's paid to be an animal, sometimes no. Sometimes it's paid to be an animal, sometimes no. And when you wake up with mud on your dick, and you don't even know where it came from.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Alright, get him all look at that! Don't shoot us! Yeah, don't shoot us! Don't shoot us!
Please, God, if you're up there, just let me miss.
The drama.
I love Diana in this one so much.
I'll kill you, you son of a bitch!
Now listen, brother, you don't want to do this. I just lost my mom and dad for dick. Deep down I know there's a heart inside that head. Whoa. And if you're really that goddamn monkey, just eat my parents' white in front of me. And I'll raise my buffalo friends and seek revenge. Sometimes it pays me and it won't sometimes don't. Sometimes it pays me and it won't sometimes don't. And when you wake up with mud on your and you don't even know where it is. Just do it, motherfucker! Sometimes don't.
Work it, Diana.
Alright, good show. Puppies. Looks like you got 5,000 pounds there. Between the three of us, we could carry back.
Fucking bonnet always just went all over my face during that.
Right on, son. Sometimes it pays to be an animal, sometimes.
I still know that drum beat in my head. It's just like ingrained.
That scene was always so much fun, though.
Yeah, that was one of the most fun scenes by far.
Remember when we oxes tried to keep our legs up the whole time and it was like ultimate core ab challenge?
No, you guys would always like beg for me to finish the song already.
And I think you were always so happy when somebody knocked you over.
I just remember Taylor was always scared that I was gonna like curb stomp him when I was like skipping around.
I get kicked. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, my testicles were in danger. That's what I was gonna say. Scariest show I've ever done.
Okay, so I only had one more question, and the last question is, what do you guys miss most about Trail to Oregon?
Friendship.
Yeah.
What a pull to Sarah.
I miss having a show where you're gonna go in and one, you know, it's nothing against anybody I've ever done a show with before, but it just like wall to wall camaraderie. Everybody in the show feels like everybody was getting along nonstop, and like we figured out how to work with each other specifically. And two, speaking of things we not knowing what was going to happen, like all of the things everybody brought to the process. So there was like, and I'm literally mean objects. There was a day where Andy brought custards. There was
Those were so good. Oh my god.
Cured salmon.
Yep.
Yeah, salmon jerky.
Day that and it's mostly Andy and Adam. It seems like Andy brings his Pokemon cards to teach us about the Pokemon League. There was
chocolate covered potato chip hat.
The Trail to Oregon
beans that I made into a shank.
Yes.
The tiny potato chip hat.
The tiny potato chip hat. Yes.
Oh yeah, I forgot about those. I brought those on my birthday,
Adam
right?
brought
Never
so much fucking food.
Wait, who brought the Trail to Oregon card game?
What?
Oh, Adam.
That was Adam. Yeah, we gave that a spin. We won on the first try. We made it to Oregon, and like 2 people were left alive.
Yeah,
it was the funniest thing.
Oregon, Andy.
Yeah, I think I died like a few turns from the end.
We played a full game before the show, right?
Yeah.
I think we played like 2.5
couple.
games before the show. It like really got us in the mindset.
Yeah.
It did.
To go fucking die of dysentery.
It was
I
just
think there was only
honestly.
one person who actually died of dysentery in the card game, though.
Yeah, no, everyone else died of cholera and a rattlesnake bite.
No, it
Or
was snake
hunger
bite.
or-
Stupid
yeah.
snake bite.
Yeah.
Oh, I hated it.
Yeah.
And then who died of a snake bite? And then I put their thing as there was a snake in my boot.
I just remember distinctly being very confident and going, you know what? I'm going all in. Here we go. I'm dead. All right. But just that, like, I'm a sore loser, and the mere fact that I got through that game and was still like, bravo, you guys, was
A moment of growth.
yeah.
Was there
We
anything else
announced that we're doing the show again with the whole cast.
The revival, when theater comes back
revival.
and is allowed again.
I was just
Yeah, I
saying,
miss
Ben-
being allowed to perform like you know,
Yeah.
in front of human beings.
Good one.
Those
No,
were good times.
Right? No, I do miss I miss being part of a tight knit group that's like 100% nerds and believes
Yeah.
Who are you calling a nerd?
Honestly, I love that this cast, like, and if you guys did, you didn't show it. I like that this cast didn't really have beef between each other. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't a moment where it was like, oh, Jill, fucking Andy did this shit. You know what I mean? Like, it was like we all just like, got along. And if anybody had beef, like, they were super chill about it and like didn't make it like known to the rest of the cast.
Yeah, I think you and Taylor said it really good. Like, there was honestly camaraderie. Like, we looked forward to coming early and hanging out and having jokes, and that's a really important chemistry with small groups like that. It's like it can go either way. It can be so fucking awkward
Coming
and you all
early
hate each
affects
other.
all relationships.
And
Literally.
especially a show where you don't know exactly what's going to happen going into it. Like every time is different, and it's something to laugh about during and after.
Right, and so when everyone's like just full balls to the wall on board, it's like it's so fun.
Yeah.
I think my only vice was knowing that Andy was gonna whoop my ass in whatever card game I played against him.
Oh God, yeah.
I hate you, Andy. Jeez.
I love you guys.
I love you, but like
I love you, but
Yeah.
I don't know. For people who are watching this and they don't understand, this man Andy is literally
He's a card legend.
He's a card legend. I felt like I was being Rain Manned, honestly.
Oh, that's right. All those games of Egyptian Warrior.
Oh my god.
I don't feel like you can say that, Elijah.
Son of a bitch, Elijah. Go ahead.
Oh, hold on. No, that's not what I meant. What I meant was a card shark.
Brought a level of skill.
Yeah. That's
Dude, the aggression between Elijah and Andy with Egyptian Rad Slap was like just way up here. Like
His hands are just so fast.
All you would hear in the green room is
No, no,
slamming the table fast.
all you hear is like slap. Damn it.
remember there was at one point where Andy, Elijah, and Adam were playing, and then they turned to me and they were like, "Do you want to play?" And I was like, "Fuck no." Like,
Fuck off.
You guys play no.
So it always has to- we needed something like, you know how like you attract sharks, there needs to be blood in the water. We needed to take you out to get the game really going.
I was like, "I
gotta get that blood frenzy going."
We needed a human sacrifice to get the bridge going.
Going back to what you guys were saying, just about like the level of camaraderie that we had, like I totally agree. And so the fourth wall, you know, we're a relatively new theater, and I'm one of the creative team members, and a couple others of us are here too. And I'm just so happy that you guys were part of this show with us, because it's one of the first musicals that we've ever done at our theater. So it was a really big deal. Yeah, it's one of the first hit a nerve at this theater. We did
Bear.
What was so funny? I mean, yeah, you did.
Yeah, why is that funny? We did Bear and we did Charlie Brown. That's two. So this would be the third. So this is one of the first musicals that we've ever done. And so I think that you guys were just all so excellent. And and it's just really exciting to be putting together like this new exciting company that's already turning out such wonderful, excellent work. And that's really a testament to you guys and how wonderful and hardworking you are. And I'm just so happy that we were able to incorporate so many new faces, because that's what we're about, you know. And this is, you know, this is not to knock any other group, but we are really dedicated to just creating the best art that we can. It's not just, well, I like so-and-so, so I'm going to put them in a production. No, you know, we want to make a product that we're proud of, that all of us are proud of, because I mean, it's a community, it's a community work. And so, I mean, I was really proud of this show. I think that you guys are all fabulous people. I loved doing the show with you, but I've been in other shows before where I maybe I really liked the cast, but I don't know. I've never felt this level of respect for you guys too, on like an artistic and professional level. Like I would go into the show and I would think to myself, I'm not just excited to perform my part. I'm excited to know what my castmates are going to do on stage. And I feel like people don't always have that feeling at the community theater level. So it was just really thrilling, honestly, to me to work with people that made me excited to do my job and left me wondering what on earth we were going to create that day. It was just really that exciting to me. So it was a really awesome experience, and I want to thank all of you for that.
Gonna make
And like I totally agree too. It's like not to like rehash what we've already talked about, but like with the whole improv thing, it's like everyone was so devoted to their roles that you knew there was going to be something new for the rest of us, for as actors, every single night with improv and people like modifying their lines slightly to go along with character names and whatnot. There was something new every single night. It was always fresh. And
Do you need help?
yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I was always looking forward to what everyone else was going to do because I knew there was going to be something.
And I think for me, just I felt very, very lucky because this was my first time directing a show. And it was, I think I just got really lucky with you guys because you guys were so talented. I'm just like, I was like, yeah, I found people that I actually can rely on. So it's really great. So you guys made this a really great experience for me as just my very first time directing a show.
This is quite a show to jump in on. This is
a hard
an interesting show.
Hard
A
show.
Starkid is an interesting thing to jump in on as your first time.
Right? Yeah, big time props to you, Kim. You really did like all of it. I mean,
Not
like
to mention
just the
choreographing.
sets and everything, and like just everything. Like it was really amazing. Yeah, a show like that can turn into a whole goddamn train wreck and a half, and it takes a good team to be able to pull it off. So I totally feel you. It's a great situation when the puzzle pieces can kind of all just sync together.
Well, you know, and like this group is probably like some of the most supportive people like I have ever met in my life. You know, playing Daughter was my first lead in a musical ever. And no one's ever like taken that chance on me. And I have like a lot of like fears and anxieties going in. And I don't think that there's a single person here who like didn't encourage me or, you know, would see that I was getting down on myself and was like, hey, it's okay. Like we all do it. Or, you know, like Sarah, I know like when I was having problems with my parts, you would sit in like a corner with me and sing it with me until I got it in my head. And like Elijah, you were there every night when I got off stage and I was like, fuck. And you were like, no, you did it. You're fine. You know, like this is
good girl. Shut up.
This is such a good like support system of people, and like I am so glad to have gotten you guys as my support system for, you know, this milestone in my acting career. And I am so glad that you guys aren't fucked and like I can enjoy you being my friends afterwards.
Yeah,
here's to not being
enjoyed
totally fucked. Yes. Here's my kid.
I think I also enjoyed the fact that like anytime anyone was having like a rough day or a bad day, there was always, as Diane was saying, very supportive group that you guys were. So if someone was having a rough day or if they weren't feeling well
days,
or something like that,
like people, life is hard, and it's
everybody was super supportive of each other, and they were always on each other's backs about, you know, concentrating about the show and always making sure that everyone had a really good time, even if it was a tough day. Just being there for each other all the time, and that was what I thoroughly enjoyed working with you guys.
It's really great when a group just is not interested in exclusion at all. Like, and that's something I've noticed time and time again. Like, the fourth wall is really about that. Like, just making everyone feel equal. We're all a piece of the, like, all on the team together to make the product work. We all have the same goal. So yeah, that's something I've really always admired. That's like the forefront, I feel like, of the Four Walls mission statement. It's like, just keep it at 100.
Definitely.
Inclusive all day.
And I can't wait to do more shows with you guys.
I know, guys, this was 2020 that we did this show, right? Wasn't it like February?
It was
Yeah.
January
Oh my
30th
God.
was opening night.
Oh my God. I
This
can't.
was when 2020 wasn't a nightmare.
Started like this for us, and then it's just been like this in the world ever since. So no
When you
wonder
said-
we're sad. It started so well. It was
We started
awesome.
the apocalypse, everyone.
When
The
you
bar
said-
was too
I
high,
thought you
bro.
were joking. Yeah, someone needs to put like the enchanted artifact back or something.
Oh my god.
What do you think for you, bro?
What did you pick up and put in your mouth?
Oh,
You were gonna add something onto that too, Kevin.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a lot of what Jill and Diana were saying. I miss that community aspect too. I miss what happens in community theater when everybody comes together and, you know, gives what they have to offer to make something cool like this happen. Both my experiences at Fourth Wall were totally that way that Diana was describing, where it's like, you know, we're all a family here. You know, it's a very safe place, and everyone that was on the creative team was very committed to making it feel that way. I mean, we got a whole world that's trying to tear us down. We need at least one place where there isn't that, and I love having that space for myself, and I love bringing what I have to offer to make that happen for other people, and I miss the hell out of that.
Absolutely.
Here.
Yeah.
Did anybody else have any last comments they wanted to say about the show?
The show was fucking awesome.
I miss
Yes, it
you
was.
all.
I can't listen to the recording of the actual Star Kid production anymore because I just miss ours.
So what we're hearing is we all want to do the show again, so, like, just in case. I'm doing that sometime.
That's the message that I took away.
honestly, I
But
don't
we
think
switch
an
characters.
audience. I just want to get together just for us and do it for the hell of it.
Yeah, we also have our script, so like when this is done, we'll just go get in somebody's house and we'll just,
And I mean, I still have the tracks too.
and
I
we still have
definitely
the
don't have
tracks, and
Good.
we'll do a mini revival, if not for anybody but ourselves.
Just
There we
ourselves.
go.
But we could do one where we
That is all
actually
we need.
film it. We could do one where we actually film it.
Please, God.
The problem is
I
we
mean,
don't have
what-
a wagon. We don't have a wagon.
You already killed the
We can
wagon?
pretend.
Yeah, the
like,
wagon is dead.
Something apart.
Anybody
It
have
burned
a
down.
little red wagon?
Pantomime.
We could do a little red wagon. We could do a little red wagon.
Yes.
A little red wagon that you just one person stands in. We
Elijah, I saw your hand up. Did you have something else you wanted to say?
I don't have my script no more.
Oh.
We can print
You
you a
can
new
have
one.
mine. You can have
No,
mine.
I definitely have 7 lines. I can remember it. I got it.
My name is Cletus Jones.
I mean,
killed
you can
3
always
people.
borrow my script, my massive script.
Honestly, I think that's what I did for most of this.
Yep.
I could never find my script. People who not,
Oh my God,
who don't
all
know,
2 pages of it. I could not
all
believe you.
3, like all 5 pages of my
No,
script.
you had the whole script, except your 5 pages.
And I think you found it one day. I think you like found it one day and be like, I found my script, guys. I found my script.
I found the pages, the sacred text. I found it.
Get it
And that's
together,
what broke
sweaty.
2020.
Yeah.
That was it.
So
Put them back, Elijah.
I don't think we actually ever talked about Elijah's farts.
Now, for context,
Legendary.
for the people at home,
The death
there is a
part.
scene in the
Oh.
show that I'm making fart noises.
Oh,
Never addressed
Right.
Elijah's
I
farting
don't think we
problem.
did address it.
That's right. It wasn't actually coming from the actors.
Death parts.
Right.
Spoiler, we weren't actually shitting ourselves on stage.
I mean, speak for yourself.
Professional.
You guys didn't actually have dysentery on stage? What?
To find the good
Yeah, that's right.
Like father, like daughter.
Commit.
So for those of you that don't know, at the end of the show, one of the characters dies of dysentery, which, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows what that is. But if you don't, you're like shitting yourself to death. So Elijah was off stage with a microphone, and he provided us with all those sweet shit sounds. While we writhed in pain. It was great.
Do you know how hard it is to do that?
The real MVP.
Yeah, he was great.
Yes.
He was the one that was
The
hard
glue
outside.
that held the whole show together. I'm not even lying right now.
My favorite would be right before Wagon on Fire, where he's like, "Oh, but you know," and then you would reject him, and the whole audience would go, "Aww."
Oh.
I have that clip. I have that clip. That was the third clip I had prepared.
Can we play that real quick?
Let's see it.
I haven't been in a single clip so far. Bring it on.
We need to see that.
Give us that sweet heroin nectar.
Whoa.
I need the clip.
Turn in the form of a video report.
I need the clip
Give me the clip.
right in my veins.
I need it.
Yes.
Oh my god, I never got to see this.
The true hero of the Trail to Oregon.
What we got here, Cleveland Jones, that Wagon family from a few months back. The family that insulted the honor of the Bandit King. Yeah, having a good old-fashioned family road trip. Just looks so fun.
What's wrong with you? I haven't seen you this pensive in weeks.
It's just, you know, when we're out robbing wagons and killing families, do you ever feel envious? Like maybe you'd like a family of your own. One you didn't rob and kill. I mean, sure, I'm known far and wide as the Bandit King. I ain't got no one to love.
We make love on occasion.
Yeah. But we're just messing around, right? No strings attached, am I right? What I need is a block of my own.
But making a marriage is hard working. I'm doing all these good things.
I gotta be free to make my own mistakes, Cletus. Find that out for myself.
You're right. If I truly loved you, I'd let you.
So I am giving up my bandit ways. I ain't gonna take no thing from this family. All I'm gonna take is that sweet, sweet daughter of theirs.
Hey, daughters of things.
Cletus, when you talk about women, it's reprehensible. Now hand me my boss soaked in ether so I can knock that girl out and drag her ass to Mexico where I can make her my child bride. A bride fit for the Bandit King.
And every night I wanted you to say so I could knock that bitch out and drag her out.
Should have told me.
Not for the taste of it. The madness it grows like a flame.
And I got more
Where's
and more
Adam?
impressive every night with our scenes.
Where's Adam?
Just a tiny spark, light in the dark, and the devil's asleep. Hell's destiny. The wagon is on fire.
Oh wait, Adam's coming.
Go, Andy. That was not an easy note to hit.
I can't watch
Go, Grandpa. Look at that technique.
Part of the plan. Grab this girl and let's get
Bring the fire.
That's my future wife, show some respect.
This is a fucked up ball. It will be clean.
How can it be?
Backstage, I was like, bye mom, bye dad.
I'm too busy saying what's going on. And life as you know it is changing. Wedding bells, they are clanging. Another one after our treasure. Your wagon is on fire.
My arms would be burning right about now at this point.
Well, yeah, they're on fire.
Oh, that's the gun one.
And we'll find our way back home.
Oregon to
Put on your face right there, Jill. That was everything.
That was my favorite part. We decided to just go more and see how far we could get away with that scene. And I just brought out the gun and put it right in her face out of nowhere.
I just remember I had like hit my arm on something and I like came the next day with like bruises on my arm and you were like, oh my God, did I do that? And I was like, no, you're good.
Well, I lifted you off the ground every night and I was like, did I hit her too hard when I just grabbed her?
You're just like, dink.
Well, she's so light. I cleared her off the ground with one arm.
All right. Well, was there anything that anyone else wanted to add before we ended this?
No.
All these people are awesome.
Want to
Wanted to add that.
Yeah, Taylor?
I would do any show with this team.
I agree.
I'm picky. I don't say that often. So, just know, like,
I bet you say that to all the casts.
no, I really don't. This is one of the few shows in my life that I can count on where everybody, like we were saying earlier, everybody was on everything. There was really nothing to complain about. There were days where we came in and we had bad days, but there was never a bad day caused by the show. The show was what it was, and we all kicked ass at it. And I just want to thank you guys all for being a part of this. And like, I know we were all talking about wanting to do the show again, but I'm kind of like, is there a show we could do again with this cast?
With this group.
A new
Gotta
show.
start researching.
If I get my way,
I
get my way, we will.
No.
Do another Star Kids show.
Everybody come
Get
on
my
this
way.
weekend because we're still committed to doing fresh, new, exciting stuff. And as always, you know, we're just committed to creating the best show possible. That's what we're about. And so we're so happy that you guys did that with us.
Yeah.
And I don't know what this guy's doing, but
I'm drunk.
Yeah, Jill tells me that Fourth Wall does actually do shows that aren't written by Star Kid.
Yeah.
You come audition for
Plenty of other
those.
shoes, yes.
I think I could be sold on
I was
doing
not
a
sure.
Star Kids show.
You'll have to wait and see.
I mean, there is an audition notice for a certain stage play reading of a stage
Really?
play.
Tell me more.
That's written
Some of
by
us
me,
might already be
and I'm
planning on
directing.
it.
Yeah,
Do
check
tell
it
us
out
more.
on Facebook.
yeah, if you guys go to the Fourth Wall Facebook page, we've got the audition notice up for the virtual season that we're going to do. So we have one audition notice out now. We're going to send out a couple more. And just for those of you that aren't on our creative team, just know we're currently in the process of selecting our season for next year. So we'll be releasing that publicly as soon as we have some more information about, when the CDC will allow gatherings and shows and things of that nature. So just know we're already deciding what we're going to be doing. We're planning a lot of exciting things for the future. We would love to have you guys there for future productions.
Yeah, we have a great next season planned for all of you guys. With all that said, thank you guys everyone for joining this tonight. And thank you,
You're
viewer,
welcome.
for watching.
Yeah, thank you.
We all wave goodbye.
Ben.
Bye.
Bye.